Looks like it's gonna rain today. You see out there? So let's bike around the city, give you some shots and some random thoughts. Yeah, just gonna wing it today. And I'll give you some scenery while I'm at it. This is the first shot. And then we're into some, likely a video montage. I do not know. I have not started making this video. This is just the opening shot. What's the first one? Let me see here. Do I have something? Oh, news that doesn't make any sense. Like for instance, in the news today, in Taiwan news, it said there's a travel advisory for Israel and Iran. Think about that for a second. Iran's thinking of attacking Israel. And everybody, unless you're like a newborn child, knows there's a war going on in Israel, right? Is that news? Want to go on a vacation to a war zone? My God. Sort of seems like redundant news, you know? It's almost like it's to just remind you what's going on so that it doesn't leave your mind. Send some money, whatever the heck they're doing it for, I don't know. But it seems like a nothing article to me. All right, here's another random thought. Holidays, things like Valentine's Day, Christmas, birthdays, you know, holidays. Some people suggest they're just simply a distraction to keep people focused on time. You know, it's sort of a conspiracy, but maybe not. Listen to me through, I'm not suggesting it. I just like having random thoughts, thinking about things. Need a haircut. But for example, Father's Day, right? Or Mother's Day. You know, isn't that every day? That sort of thing. Anyway, the thinking goes from there. I agree that some are just a money grab. Keep people focused on certain things. Keep society thinking about certain things. I've often thought religions are simply, not simply, but a means to control public thought, keeping them together, community, country, that sort of thing. All right, it's not the nicest day, but yeah, it's pretty relaxing down here. Let's go back, let's go into the city. Let's mix up shots a little bit. All right, I think I know where we're headed next. Stick with me. Yeah, I'll give you a visual of this while I talk about my next topic, which is, I was listening to a podcast, as usual, as all my stories go, and some guy who used to be on SNL, that's Saturday Night Live, is talking about how things are really in Hollywood. And I won't name any names, but he's sort of suggesting it's pretty damn bad. Like, I mean, they'll do anything to get anywhere. Now, this might not be news to anybody. Sort of seemed what was going on anyway to me. But when you look at the way Hollywood influences people, especially young people, you know, have you seen any of these award shows lately? They almost look satanistic. It's really not the greatest thing for the public and morals. And anyway, from the inside, he was suggesting you wouldn't even believe it. have here? Taiwan Vegan Fest. Fest of the Vegans. I'm not gonna go in there on my bike. It doesn't look too busy. It's up by this big space ball looking thing. I think that's Shiling MRT. Nice and clean, new building. Looks pretty cool, huh? Guess you can't get any hamburgers around here. I don't know, I haven't really tried vegan. This is the next topic. Completely not an opinion thing, but I have nothing against vegetables. I just like, I actually was a vegetarian for about 5 years in my 20s, but I remember once I rolled into a steakhouse, a really good one, and the smell, I tried it and I never, what are you doing? Never looked back. Yeah. Some people are overcautious. He was a little bit overcautious. My opinion, I can still have one, right? All right, bye-bye Vegan Fest. I got more things to talk about besides vegans. Nothing against vegans. I tried it, just couldn't do it. Sorry, animals. We're at the farmer's market up by, I think, Jintian MRT. I'll just kind of go along the outskirts. You can take it in. If you don't want to hear me rambling, just turn the volume off. Yeah, that's what you can do. Or listen to him. What's the next one? You know the comedian Dave Chappelle? Okay, if you do, if you don't, whatever. Anyway, it's a Hollywood comedian, very famous. And I don't know if you remember, but one person that used to work closely with him, I won't get into names, and I'll just give you the general, has mentioned he's sort of changed a lot. And there's word that something, you know, he was approached by people in the industry. And some assume that that is what caused the change. I don't know if you remember, there was a few years ago, he had to actually leave the country, or he did anyway. And there was that sort of conspiracy was going on, but I'll leave it at that. It just got me thinking. I'll pay more attention to what he's saying and maybe look at some old clips. But one thing I do notice, I preferred the old Dave Chappelle, you know what I mean? Like, he seemed different. I don't know, maybe that's just what I've seen for clips. Maybe I haven't seen them all, but yeah, that's worth look into or pay attention to. Anyway, this is back to the market. Yeah, they call it a farmer's market. You can see everything going on there. I don't know if they're farmers, but I do know it's a market. Oh, they do have the food stalls. Sometimes when you come here, this is a Sunday, they don't have these food stalls, but looks like you'd have to look on a calendar when they do come, but these are pretty tasty. Yeah, so if you ever have want to do something on a Sunday, I recommend coming up here. All right, and my last topic is a reflection on my old video, one of my old ones about should we ban TikTok. I had like maybe, I would say 20% dislikes. But what I think it is, I was kind of bothered me at first, was that people that hit dislike really didn't watch it. I wasn't saying they should, I was just posing the question, should it happen? But what I think it is, and it was kind of weird, it's typically about 20% from what I can look at use TikTok, and they just instantly took it personal. But that's kind of what type of person I think would dislike that video. I'm just posing a question. I'm not saying ban it and this is why. I'm saying, should it be? These are the reasons people think. But a lot of people don't have logic, or they like it and they just instantly go, I don't like it. I like TikTok. They don't even want to listen. And I've never in my life posted a video with that many ratio of dislikes, and I didn't even say anything. But then I got thinking, as I said, that's probably people that use TikTok. You can't just, like, it just, when people want to, like, argue, like, they like something and they don't think of the moralistic or if it should be done, and I'm not saying it shouldn't, I'm just saying they just go on the, I like it, so therefore it should be okay, without thinking something through. That's the problem. That's the problem. 20% of the people that watch that, I think, are the problem. You can want it, but know that there's a reason people may not. Think about it. I mean, I don't see it going away, but be aware when you're using it what may be the case. Don't walk blind.